What's up guys, TJ Dupay here with Millennial Mortgage with another video for you today. Today we are going to talk about how you can stop living paycheck to paycheck today. This is a crazy subject because so many people in America and all around the world are living off of what feels like is barely enough for their needs, which in some cases are true, but I'm going to be frank with you, in most cases is not. A while ago, my wife and I, we were looking at our financial situation, and we said, why are we still living paycheck to paycheck? Is there something that we can do? This was right after we got married, so we didn't have a ton of money coming in. We were feeling like we were just getting by, but it was really cool what happened when we changed our perspective on things. Here's how we did it. Number one, just like in the last video, we boiled everything down to our paycheck, right? We're not gonna go and make budgets yet. We're gonna look at our paycheck. What happens every 2 weeks when we get money coming in? And let's say, I'm not gonna give out my numbers. So let's say, for example, maybe you just got married and you're making $4,000 a month. So you've got that $2,000 paycheck that we talked about in the last video. In this video, obviously, we're not talking about the goal of saving for a home. We're talking about the goal of not living paycheck to paycheck. So you've got that $2,000 coming in every 2 weeks. And let's talk about priorities. Number one, everybody has a priority to pay for their needs or for things that are non-negotiable. This would be your rents, this would be your payments, anything that's automatically gonna come out of your bank account. Let's say for this scenario, that's $1,500 a month. Most of us would spend that first, right out of our paycheck. Now we've got $500 left, so what happens? Now what happens is we go and spend that $500 on whatever we can find to spend in the next 2 weeks until we're reloaded with another paycheck. But what if I told you there was another way? And here's how it works. Number one priority when you get your paycheck is that all belongs to you. You put that in savings, you put it in an account. I don't care where you put it, but you put it somewhere and that's your $2,000. Now, instead of worrying about your monthly obligations, what you're gonna do is you're gonna say, how much do I need to put in savings every month to make sure I have a reserve that's growing when I pay my monthly obligations? Those monthly obligations are gonna come out of that pile, and you're also gonna pay yourself a spending money deposit that you can use in between paychecks. So you got $2,000 coming in. We're gonna say if you've got $1,500 of monthly expenses, we're gonna say you put $1,000 in there. We put $2,000 in there, and we're gonna say that over the next 2 weeks, you agree to take $500 out of that pile, and you're gonna spend no more than that $500. Okay. Now what happens is you've spent $500 over that 2 weeks of your everyday needs. Now this isn't to go and buy a toy for $500. This is when you go out on dates. This is when you have activities. It's when you need to pay for gas. If you want to budget that into your $500, which you should, that's how it's gonna work. What's gonna happen is now every month in that pot, you've got $3,000 left over. That's a lot of money because you only need to spend $1,500 every month on your obligations in this scenario. Obviously, this is all theoretical. We're using really easy numbers. It's gonna take some writing down. If you want, you can grab a piece of paper and write down some of these thoughts with your own scenario right now. But now you've got $3,000 a month getting put into this pot while you are living comfortably and you're not worried about that next paycheck coming. You know, every 2 weeks, you've got a personal paycheck of $500 coming into what you can spend. Obviously, you need to keep track of that. How you do that is up to you. If you have another account, if that's what you put in your checkings, or if you have a credit card, you can go and figure that out. But how much stress does that also take away when that monthly obligation is due and you know you have a reserve? And now, after those monthly obligations are due, you're saving $1,500 every month. Think about how fast you're gonna have an emergency savings. Think about how fast you're gonna have a down payment. Think about when something happens, when you have a life-changing decision and you need to move somewhere or you need to start a new job or whatever, you're covered because you no longer live paycheck to paycheck. And as long as you can adjust to your needs and your means, then you're gonna be fine. This is the hack that we used. I 100% recommend it. If you're living paycheck to paycheck and this would work for you in your scenario, I urge you to sit down and write down how you're gonna make it work and start today. Thanks so much for watching, guys. TJ to Pay here. If you found anything of value in here, please click that like button, subscribe, and leave a comment below. Again, if you think this video could benefit anybody that you know, share this with a friend. Thanks so much.